Before we start this video, please understand that the evidence behind this case is very overwhelming and there is a lot of eyewitnesses behind the story. Without further ado, please like and subscribe and let's get started. The Ape Canyon incident, which is what we're going to talk about, is one of the most intriguing and mysterious stories in the Pacific Northwest history. The Ape Canyon incident involves a group of miners who claim they were attacked by a group of Bigfoot creatures in the summer of 1924. One of the miners, named Mike Woolley, became the central figure in this story. But before we go any further, let me give you some background information. Ape Canyon is a narrow gorge located in the south side of Mount St. Helens in Washington state. The area is known for its rugged terrain and remote location, making it a popular spot for the hikers and outdoor enthusiasts. In the early 1920s, a group of miners, including Fred Breck and his brother-in-law Gabe Lefevre, began prospecting for gold in the area. They built a cabin on the ridge above Ape Canyon and work the mines during the summer months. Now you've got the background, let's get into the incident. In July 1924, the miners claimed they were attacked by a group of Bigfoot creatures. The story goes that one night, the miners heard a strange noise outside their cabin. They thought it might be a bear or a wild animal. Their curiosity got the best of them. They went to investigate. When they stepped outside, they were confronted by a group of ape-like creatures that stood over 7 feet tall. The miners described the creatures as covered in hair with broad shoulders and muscular bodies. The creatures reportedly threw rocks and logs at the miners, who fired back with their rifles. The miners claimed that they were under siege for several hours before the creatures finally retreated. The next day, the miners found footprints and other evidence of the creature's presence. They claimed that the creature had tried to break into the cabin and even torn off a part of their roof. The miners' story became national news, and the incident was widely reported in the newspapers across the country. Now you've got the incident, let's move on to Mike Woolley's role, who played a central role in the Ape Canyon incident. Woolley was a young miner who joined Beck and Lefevre's group that summer. He was one of the miners who claimed to have been attacked by the Bigfoot creature. Woolley's account of the incident was the most detailed and the vivid of all the miners' story. Woolley claimed that he had been outside the cabin when the creature attacked. He described how he fired his rifle at the creatures and had even hit one of them. He also claimed that one of the creatures had grabbed him by the leg and tried to drag him away. Woolley's account of the incident made him a hero in the eyes of the public, who were fascinated by the story of the miners' encounter with the Bigfoot creature. Despite the miners' claims, many people were skeptical of their story. Some accused the miners of making up the story to generate publicity or to cover up some of their misdeeds. Others argued that the miners had mistaken the Bigfoot creatures for bears or other wild animals. The controversy and skepticism surrounding the Ape Canyon incident continues to this day. Before we wrap up, let's talk a bit more about Bigfoot, the creature at the center of the Ape Canyon incident. Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, is a legendary creature said to inhabit the forests of the Pacific Northwest. To give you a brief description about the creature, he's listed at 7 or some might say 10 feet tall and weighing between 500 and 900 pounds. Bigfoot is said to be covered in hair like human and have almost like a human face with a prominent brow and deep sets of eyes. There have been many reported sightings of Bigfoot over the years, but there is no definitive proof that the creature actually exists. Some scientists and researchers have attempted to study Bigfoot and have even claimed to have found evidence of such existence, such as footprints, hair samples, and vocalizations. However, unfortunately, most scientists and skeptics remain unconvinced and argue that the evidence is either inconclusive or fraudulent. But either way, the legacy of Ape Canyon's incident has had a lasting impact on the Pacific Northwest and the Bigfoot legend. Needless to say, this incident helped to popularize the Bigfoot myth and sparked a renewed interest in the creature. With that also, the story has been retold in countless books, documentaries and movies, and has become part of region's folklore. The incident has also attracted tourists and Bigfoot enthusiasts to the area, who come to explore the forests and look for evidence for the creature's existence. So that's the story of Ape Canyon's incident and its connection to the Bigfoot legend. While the incident remains shrouded in mystery and controversy, it's clear that it has had a long-lasting impact on the Pacific Northwest. Whether or not the miners actually encountered Bigfoot creatures, the summer remains a subject of debate. But the legend of Bigfoot lives on, and the Ape Canyon incident will always be part of that legend. And unfortunately, that's where the story ends. Please like and subscribe, that does mean a lot. And yeah, have a great day.